This is what we're made of. Standing our ground, here it goes down. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Oh, wait and see, we're gonna be legendary. Ain't no time like the here and now. Yeah, we showed up, now we showing up. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Legendary. We're gonna be legendary. Raise up a white flag. Didn't come this far just to turn back. The curtains fall for the last act. Breaking that levee, breaking that levee. We don't back down. This is what we're made of. Standing our ground, here it goes down. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Oh, wait and see, we're gonna be legendary. Ain't no time like the here and now. Yeah, we showed up, now we showing up. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Legendary. We're gonna be legendary. We don't back down. This is what we're made of. Standing our ground, here it goes down. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Oh, wait and see, we're gonna be legendary. Ain't no time like the here and now. Yeah, we showed up, now we showing up. Oh, you and me, we're gonna be legendary. Legendary. We're gonna be legendary. Legendary. We're gonna be legendary.
I got metal running through my bones, a resurrection like a ghost. Hurricane, go ahead and blow. Where you could keep your white flag, I'll never fold. A shadow on the battlefield, a survivor never yield. A thunder, go ahead and shake. Don't run from the storm when I feel the rain. There's no rest for the wicked, no victory for the weak. And when the weeds getting thicker, you'll never see me on my knees. You can't control this, it's explosive. You can't control this, it's explosive. You can't control this, it's explosive. I got a fever in my blood, a falling embers from above. I feel the heat when the pressure blows, a wildfire that you can't control. There's no rest for the wicked, no victory for the weak. And when the weeds getting thicker, you'll never see me on my knees. You can't control this, it's explosive. You can't control this, it's explosive. You can't control this, it's explosive. With every beat of my heart, I'll be the light in the dark. explosive.
We're a racing family that you can trust on and off the track. So if you're looking for foundation repair, go online or give us a call to schedule your free inspection. If we fix your foundation and you mention Race On Texas, you will get a 1-year free subscription to the All Access Pass.
Our family started RVing a few years ago, and when I think about all those campfires and fishing trips and sporting events, these are memories that are going to last a lifetime. I want to help others do the same thing. Hi, I'm Kevin Smith, General Manager at the all-new Click It RV in Milton Freewater. People in this community are very familiar with this location and the great service they've always received. So the biggest question we get is, where is Keith? The great news is, Keith is still here.
I've seen a lot of changes. I've seen a lot of things come and go. Through all the changes that we have seen, one thing that has not changed for us is the quality of our service.
Buying an RV is a big purchase, but it should be a fun and happy experience. So whether it be in sales or service or parts, our mission is simple: be the best. From our team here at Click It RV in Milton Freewater, we invite you to come down and experience the difference.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good afternoon. Oh, okay, guess you're here now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to coverage of the FEG PC Series at Talladega. We're ready to go on a Friday night. My apologies. I'm sorry. I thought it was going live at 10:30. Green flag at around 10:45, but I guess, we need to work on the clock a little bit better. But anyhow, we're ready to go. Talladega, the trucks are here. We're ready to go back in time. We are. I'm Wesley Outland. Charles Wooten is right alongside, and we got a big field of trucks ready to go. 2.66 miles. Charles is going to be producer / color analyst.
In my defense, I do have 102 fever and don't feel good. I'm a little under the weather. I don't think I have COVID and the flu because I don't go see anybody to get it from, so I don't know where I got the fever from, but I blame Chili's.
Going outside, driving your RC car in the parking lot, and the neighbor,
I could see, but it was 75 yesterday, so it was nice and warm. I mean, I guess it could be the fumes. I don't know. Maybe I should have held.
It could be the weather. It could be the weather. What do we? Somebody's going like, I'm just going to announce it solo. But no, you're not announcing it solo. You're sick.
This is true.
No, listen, I apologize. I was calling for a race for NASCAR as a turn announcer at Daytona, and I was under the impression that it would be 10:30 when we went live. Green at around 10:40, 10:45, so because of pre-roll and whatnot. But hey, look at this. We're qualifying now. And So obviously we'll get these guys on the racetrack and we'll see what happens. Here you go, Charles. We got another great night, a Friday night, round number 2 of the series, and they're putting up some money. We're going to have some fun here this evening.
Yes, definitely going to have, well, you may have some fun. I may cough up a lung a few times, but we're gonna try to have some fun. But, hey, I mean, racing can cure all things, right? You know, any kind of disease, I would think. So, I mean, at least that's in my book.
I've always said this, Charles, that I've always said this. If you don't feel good, if you can take your mind off of whatever the pain is or whatever you're thinking about, 9 times out of 10, the pain will go away. I say this honestly. There's been times where I've had like maybe a migraine or a toothache in years past, and, you know, I'll get in the announcer booth or I'll be focusing on work or something, and I might have a toothache that's from hell and back. But if I don't think about it, Charles, it's mind over matter. If I don't think about it, then the pain will go away.
Well, you know, I bet
maybe
some
that's
of these
just
guys,
me. I don't know. You know,
I'm liking it. I'm sure some of these guys are going to wish they could get rid of the pain of getting in a wreck later. So maybe if they just forget about it, they'll still win. I mean, was it Bushler, I believe, did it last night? So hey, I mean, it can be done.
It is obviously a big win in the FEG PC series on Wednesday night. It was obviously McCullough picking up the win over the one of the eNASCAR drivers, Michael Guest. And when it was all said and done, Damon Gilbert was able to be the champion. And right now we're literally qualifying. My apologies. I'm literally working on all my notes and stats, and I'm transitioning from calling turn announcing for NASRA at Daytona in the duels to now here at Talladega for the trucks. And obviously, Charles, we're watching all these guys working their way around the racetrack. Sean Hill and now Matthew Baker just went to the top of the board, 55,648. Alex Hill just went to the top of the board. There you go.
And you got some of those cool drivers.
Raymond Hanneman. Do what?
You got Malik Ray. He's back again. So you do have some
some
pro drivers in here as well. Maybe he's looking for revenge, a little payback. He wants to get up there and show why he made the pro series and say, look, I can win a Talladega race.
And the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing series will fire up on Tuesday night, January the 30th, and that'll be at Daytona. Another year, another season.
I believe what's
we'll
15th or something like that.
Yeah, something like that for sure. Raymond Hanneman now in the Street Limit CCU Ford. Let's see what he can do. The number 85 on the racetrack is right now he's in the top 20. He's in the 16th spot. Will climb. Qualifying is just down to 90 seconds here. Hey, real quickly, let's take a look as we're in qualifying. The race analysis for tonight. Obviously, as always, and the weather conditions, my apologies, weather conditions brought to you by Kaufman Creative. Poor Charles, he's not feeling well. I'll let him skip on the Hunt the Front TV race summary. 84 degrees, track temp at 102, partly, mostly cloudy conditions here, sim time.
And you know these are sim temperatures because I don't think there's a place in America right now that has that kind of temperatures. I'm pretty sure everyone's in like the 30s, but to elaborate on why I say the race information is broke, we're actually redoing all the overlays. So some stuff gets broken here and there, and we're adding some new stuff. I will be showing that to everybody in our group chat. So that is once I get back from my 7-day ban. So we'll be showing that off, and hopefully we'll debut it with the Northwest in the upcoming season.
So we have a new ticker, like a new graphics and all that cool thing we're working on?
Modified. It'll be the same general look, but it'll be a little bit modified.
I got you. Cool. I'm looking forward to that. I'm normally the guy that gets the first sneak peeks at it, so looking forward to it.
Can we go?
176.20 miles an hour for Alex Hill. That's the time he just set around the racetrack. And obviously, Alex Hill is the man that will bring him to the green. It looks like 55.614 seconds is the pole. The field is gritting on a Friday night here at Talladega. 2.66 miles 33, 34 degrees of bank into the corners, and let's go now on the front row. Sean Hill in the 77, the fast man. And there's the winner, obviously, who knows Talladega well. He won the championship race in the Wild Wednesday Super Speedway Money Series Wednesday night. Kenneth McCullough Jr., Damon Gilbert, the champion. Row 2, Matthew Lee from Clinton, Maine, and David Sheets right alongside. Row 3, Kenneth Stamper and John Mollahan. Row 4, you'll find Sean Corbett and Matthew Baker, the 45 and 5. Your top 10, Astronaut and Bambrilla, ready to go in the 14 and 33.
Yeah, row 6.
Row 6, Malik Ray from the eNASCAR Series. I'm sorry, Charles, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, well, I'll say his name again, Malik Ray. And then the 32 and Josh Bodwell in the 56, row 7, going to be Justin Mills. You know, and Ryan Beast, I may should let you do him, so I don't butcher him in 73.
Ryan Bates. Ryan Bates.
Okay, I had it right. Again, I apologize. I feel horrible. And the first 60 is Jeff Merck, and the 59 of Mark Vondell in row 8. Row 9 is going to be Aubrey Thompson, who we know quite well from racing here. And the 76 of Rod Morris Jr. And rounding out your top 20 in row 10 is going to be the 239 of Tim White and Larry McDonald, who we also know quite a bit in the 80.
Row 10, row 11 is going to find Raymond Hanneman in the 85, Dustin Carruthers in the 10. Row 12, Ray Beebe in the 89, Chad Ross in the 38. Row 13, Brandon Phillips in the 21, William Fox in the triple number 761. Row 14, Florida's flying Andrew Navarro and Kyler Wynn in the 82. 28 drivers right there. Row 15, Cody Nagels as well as Jason Maines.
Row 16,
top 30, Daniel
Eberhardt. And John Ward. We are all sorts on top of each other tonight. We'll get it together, I promise, at some point tonight. Row 17's Dylan Jones and Logan York. Row 18, Terrence, is that Bonnie, I guess? Yeah, we'll go with that. And 27 of Rodney Roberts. Row 19 going to be Art Greco and Christopher Mullahan wow. McCullough. I told you, I do not feel good in the 4. And at row 20 going to be Danny Barnes and Ambrose Kimball in the 40.
Ambrose Kimball from the Northwest, as well as Tyler Lugo Vickery and Bobby Forbes. Anyone else? Matthew Patton will tag the back. Why didn't you just take the back of the pack there, Charlie?
Hey, I told you, I got 102 fever. I don't know. I can't even think straight. I don't know what I'm doing. It's lucky we don't have Race on Texas graphic going on.
Yeah, man. Sorry you're feeling bad. And by the way, keep our thoughts and prayers with Cody Deemers. Charles, he's got COVID again.
I think he gave it to me.
Literally. He just literally got it. He just overcome it, just beat it, and he's got it again.
Yeah, see, at this point, this is where you stay away from the general public, because apparently somebody's giving it to you, and I would just avoid them. That's my thing is, I don't know.
Exactly.
I feel achy, and, I just don't feel real good, 102 fever, and I don't know. It can't be COVID or the flu, because, like I said, I haven't been anywhere in 2 weeks. So, yeah, I don't know where I could have got anything from. So, but I said the show must go on, even if I don't know what time the show's going on. It's still going to go on.
Well, let's try to get this started, shall we? is it 35 laps, Charles, I believe?
40 laps tonight.
40 laps tonight here at Talladega. Ready to go for round number 2. Friday, money. Ready to come to the green. McCullough ready to try to see if he can put the whip on, of course, Alex Hill and company. And we are under the green here at Talladega. Let's set it up here for you. Martin Sport Chevrolet, McCullough, Toyota Lee. And there's your top 3. They work off that corner, down off of 2. Off that 34 degrees of banking, down the back stretch, it's 3,000 foot long. And right now, to the Alabama Gang super stretch on the opening lap, it's Alex Hill, Charles. He is going to stay to the bottom, and he's going to lead lap 1.
Yeah, now you got McCullough Jr. there, but I see Matthew Lee up there. He is going to try to get a win tonight. He didn't have the best of luck in the last race. Got a little slammed into the wall and beat up. and beat like a stepchild that last race he was in. So he is definitely looking to get back to his form and possibly put this thing in victory, at least the podium, as they come to complete lap number 1.
To the line, remember the start-finish line all the way going back towards turn number 1 off the pit lane exit. Off the tri-oval, down to the inside, give the opening lap to Kenneth McCullough. McCullough on the bottom. He's got Alex Hill right there in tow up on the bottom of the outside lane, trying to get something started in Sheets. Sheets now got Mollahan in tow, and they're going to go to two by two, but McCullough with the momentum now will it shift Charles as they work to 3. McCullough will stay to the bottom.
Yeah, and then I'm shocked. Well, not really. We're seeing the 2 wide. We saw 3 wide in the Stars and Stripes way earlier than this. These guys race over and over again. They know what they're doing, and I'm curious. We haven't talked about it a whole lot. Is pit stops with 40 laps versus 35. Will this change when they come down pit road a little bit? Because it's going to throw that whole strategy off.
And remember, you have to make a pit stop sometime before at least lap number 25 of the race. That's what I'm thinking. If they get a caution, then this will definitely change things up again. Right now, Alex Hill to the lead. And here you go now, trying to get something started. 3 wide up the hill, ready to make it happen.
Yeah,
Stamper. Yeah, I'm sorry, Charles. I was going to say they were trying to get it going up there, 3 wide.
Yeah, they definitely are. And you would know better. I was just checking the stats there. And they have 100% fuel. You've been to this track. You've seen it in real life more than I have. With 100% fuel, with these trucks, how many laps can they complete? Usually we see 50, 75 lower fuels. They have 100% fuel load, and by the way, no fast repair.
So, if these trucks are on 100% fuel capacity for a 40-lap race, you could possibly be brave enough to try to stretch it out, but honestly, Charles, I'm thinking between 28 to 35 laps, you're going to have to pit.
Well, and this reminds me, as we go 3 wide, there was a guy named Mitchell Qualls that used to put the races up every single day, and he may still do it. I haven't checked and hosted it in a while, but he would run, I think, 40-lap races, and he would do it to where it was just enough you had to pit one time. So that may be what we're at here, 100% fuel. They're going to have to pit one time. So, yeah, I'm curious what the strategy is going to be. Are we going to see teammates work together? Or are we just going to see random people work together? One thing we know is nobody's really working together right now. They all want to get to the front because there's 3 wide coming down the backstretch.
Yeah, they've already gone 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, 5 rows deep. Look at Matthew Baker now. Working to the top, now back to the bottom on the inside. Here comes now Hill. He's stuck as a monkey in the middle, and the outside lane begins to work as here comes Ray up on the top. Will he make it work? He will. By the way, Jeff Burke just got done calling a NASCAR race for him at Daytona. Now he's in the trucks at Talladega, and he's on the outside looking for that spot as they work into 1. 3 by 3 steal.
That's a heck of a travel to go from there to here and get in the car. So I'm impressed with that one. But there's one thing I will give this group of guys right here is they can go 3 wide repeatedly over and over, lap and lap again, without bringing out the caution. But when it is, it's pretty epic for caution. Yeah, right now Merck is your leader on that outside row. My question is, Wesley, is anyone brave enough to go from the very top row all the way up against the wall and dive down to the inside row and cut off traffic?
Storming off turn number 4, Thunder into the line. Jeff Burke now from the outside to the inside. A Bengals fan ready for the playoffs. They're in the wild card. Go Steelers. I hope they beat the Bills in that Highmark Stadium snow that they're predicting over the weekend. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Baker inside. Look at the shuffle there by the 17. That is the driver of Lee. And Lee somehow trying to stay in order And Merck just went from the bottom to the top again. Look at how he got that done, Charles, as they work the 3. This is a big gaggle of traffic, a storm brewing, if you will, off the corner.
Yeah, and I never get to say this, so it's kind of neat to say it. Is we have Matthew Baker up front, so obviously Mama Baker out there watching. And, yeah, he is leading this race now. Well, he was leading it. We'll just not
Baker's
talk
mom,
about him.
Charles.
Yes, Baker's mom.
It's Baker's mom. Remember that song, Stacy's Mom has got it going on? Baker's mom, right?
Sure, no comment.
It is prime time. It is late night, okay? McCullough to the lead as they work into 3.
Yeah, this is your typical suspects up here, to be honest. You got McCullough Jr., Malik Ray when he's here. You got Baker. You got Mullahan, Lee, Murray. I mean, you literally have the normal suspects up here, and they're doing a good job right now. We're 8 laps in, working lap 8 anyway. Caution free. I probably jinxed that anyway, but yeah, caution free here so far. And typically, is this not what we expect from these guys? They're going to put on a great show, and they'll go caution free, till lap 35, and then we'll wad the field up and go for a green light checker.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Right now, everybody just kind of staying 3 by 3 by 3 right now and kind of holding their line, if you will, as they work into the corner. It might be better if I cut the camera off to save on the video. Working off the turn now. It's going to be Baker into the corner, down that back straightaway. Baker inside. And now look at this machine of McCullough and Ray and Lee and Hill. And just a big gaggle of traffic. And they're holding their own right now, Charles, as they're working up the racetrack into turn number 3. It is right now, if you will, 30 laps to go when they come to the line. What a great piece of job everybody's doing right now, racing in the early going. A lot of respect being given by one another for sure.
Yeah, and you would think that bottom row, inside row would be really dominant as many trucks are on it, but they're kind of scattered way back there. They're not in a uniform line of any way, except for maybe the first 10 or so, maybe 12, and then they kind of get all scattered back. So it makes me wonder, if you look back at these guys back here, further back in the 30s, are they just waiting to avoid the big one that's going to be coming here any minute?
I would not try to predict the big one, Charles. What are you trying to do to me?
I like to predict. I am a predictionist. Yeah, I honestly think the big one will be here before you know it. We're going to have it. I've never seen a race here probably without one, maybe once or twice. It is coming. The question is when. It's not if, it's when.
You're right.
Excuse me.
You're right. We've done this for a long time. You and I both know this. It's not a matter of if, it's when, and we know it's going to be coming anytime soon here now. By the way, you can follow us at LSRTV on Facebook and YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe button. Follow us again. Well, I tell you what, we're ready for a fun time. A good year this year. We wrap up, what has it been, four broadcasts this week, I believe, just alone?
Yes, I believe so. We had, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and now Friday. And
you're not live on YouTube.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube. We're not live on Facebook.
You're not live on Facebook. I'm sorry. That's what I meant. Okay.
Yeah, we're testing some stuff, so we didn't go live to Facebook tonight. But yeah, I'm agreeing with some chat here. Yes, Rex, multiple Rex after lap 30, and yeah, those guys in the back. I think they're lagging back to save, whether it's save from the carnage that is coming. Or save fuel, save tire, whatever. They're back there being conservative, and that's not a bad move.
Hey, we want to go caution free, Charles. If we go caution free, next up says that they're going to tip the broadcast $20. They ain't caution free.
Well, I appreciate your how do we put this? Your willingness to donate some bonus to us, but
yes.
It ain't happening.
Shut up, Charles. What are you doing? We've had caution-free races. Okay, all they got to do is take the white flag. If they take the white flag, all bets are off. Okay, white flag is considered a caution-free race, even if they crash coming to the checker. All right.
I will say this:
the white flag. Next up, I will take your bet. If Charles doesn't want an extra 20, I'll take it. I'll put my
I didn't
bid
say I
in the
wouldn't take
account.
it. I just said I don't see it happening. If anybody can do it, this group of guys can do it because, except these guys
That's true.
They race so many times a week with each other. I mean, they're showing it right now. We're 13 laps in, 3 wide. We have yet to see that caution. So,
yeah. They're doing a phenomenal job.
Maybe it's just because I don't, I'm a little under the weather. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'll be optimistic. We can do it. I know these guys can do it. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see. The one thing I think that could cause a problem is when we go to do pit stops.
That's true, but I don't know if pit stops will happen though.
I think they'll have to make at least one. I think we'll see pit stops around that 25, just because a little past halfway, and that should give them time, if there are any green light checkers, to get a little extra fuel.
Yeah. I don't know. I could have sworn last week we had a driver that actually hung in the back. And yes, he did hang in the back the entire time, and he got himself a top 10 finish. But one of the things he said, Charles, was that he did it by trying to go on the distance, not pitting at all. So we'll see. Now you got to remember, the more aggressive you use your truck, and you see them going at it big time, coming out of 4 back to the line here, coming up on lap number 15 completed next time by, 5 to halfway. That honestly, seriously, Charles, that you use your truck up more. You consume fuel more, and obviously, in addition to that, tires. But tires is not a big thing here at Talladega. It's the fuel consumption.
Yeah, it definitely is all about fuel, and I don't see any of these guys pitting for tires. If they do, it's probably going to be a mistake. They forgot to uncheck their tires when they came in, and that would just be detrimental. So everybody's got to be double checking with their crew chief. Don't take my tires, leave them on there. We don't need it. But speaking of what you don't need, well, I don't know what they don't need. But anyway, Matt Lee is leading this race with Kyler Wynn. Someone I've never talked about Kyler Wynn. So a potential new driver here in the series as well. Whoa.
Oh, guys, 3 wide, 4 wide. Ooh, 3. Woo. 3's a company, 4's a crowd, and that's chaos about to brew there, Charles, on the backstretch.
I'm not sure who that is. It was the 82. That was Wynn. They got a little shot from the 80 and got it. I don't know if he actually hit him, but he definitely took the air off the back of that truck, and that was a heck of a save by Kyler Wynn to not spin that truck out. If it had, it would have wiped out probably everyone in the top 20.
Somehow they got to hold it together as they work their way back to the line again. Here they come to the stripe. How about it from Matthew Lee? He is leading the way, and no, the truck says 35 on the scoring ticker, but he's actually in the 0-4 out of Clinton, Maine. He's got Malik Gray from the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series right there alongside of that 17 machine. That's that race to stop suicide entry. Or the racechoice.com, my apologies, it's racechoice.com. My apologies, I'm sorry. But also, hey, race to stop suicide is a big thing too in the sport. And I do proudly support it. Racechoice.com though, Malik Ray outside, opens the door, Baker now, back to the bottom. Here comes McCullough, and they're gonna go 2 by 2, Charles, back to 1.
Yeah, that outside lane really has kind of lost momentum. And, we're not blaming the 82 for it. But when he got loose, it kind of slowed down that lane a bit. I say he got loose. He got a little help to get loose, and it slowed down that lane just a little bit. But they'll pick that momentum back up. Right now is the 77. Sean Hill gets by him. But there you go. I said it. They would pick back up, and now we are 3 wide again. So, props to these guys, doing a fantastic job. 17 laps in, working lap 18, caution free, 3 wide. What do you say? Probably 90% of this race. Hey, you gotta call it how I see it.
I want that bonus. That's true. You're exactly right. And right now, we're working to come to the halfway mark in just another moment. As they come to the program now, it's going to be now Matthew Lee, Malik Ray, Matthew Baker, John Mollahan, Kenneth McCullough. And how about it, Charles? You were in the production box on Wednesday night whenever we were in the booth. No, I think, was Cody there? I think Cody was there. How about Damon Gilbert getting the championship? But how about McCullough, Kenneth McCullough, beating Michael Guest, another eNASCAR star, to keep him from winning a race there to close out the season on the Wednesday Money Series.
Yeah, as someone who's not in a pro series, like Kenneth McCullough or any of these guys, to come out here, even though it's a fixed setup, to show these guys, hey, I can compete with you. It's an awesome thing. It really shows these guys and everybody who's watching that just because they're a pro driver doesn't mean, they're the best of the best. I think there's probably hundreds of people on here that, if given the opportunity, had the equipment, they could probably give these guys for a run for their money every day. Because those pro teams in the eNASCAR Coca-Cola Series, they have actual NASCAR teams behind them. They have pretty much whatever they need. So I think if a lot of these guys had that opportunity, they could easily work their way up there.
And we are halfway. Getting ready to come to the line. 20 down and 20 to go. Alex Hill, Malik Ray, John Mollahan, Matt Lee, Kyler Wynn up 23 spots in 5th. Then you've got Navarro up 21 spots in 6th. Baker back to 7th. Merck is 8th, up 7 spots. Up 16 is Brandon Phillips in 9th. And Chad Ross up 14 now in the top 10. And they are not done yet, Charles. 3 wide all the way almost to the top 15 as they work the 3.
Yeah, like I said, they've been 3 wide literally this entire race. 3 laps they weren't 3 wide. Excuse me. It's coming back. I'm trying to suppress these coughs with some lifesavers. It's just not working very well. They're doing a fantastic job. And you go further back. I say further. We're looking around 18th place, and there's still 3 wide back here with watching the 11 of Dylan Jones, who obviously would love to get another win.
That's right.
This is 20, 30 cars all going 2 and 3 wide. It's just amazing. There are some guys that are way, way back here that are just kind of biding their time. We talked to them earlier. They're just kind of waiting. They think are expecting something to happen. So my question for you, Wesley, is if you're lagging back, waiting for a big one to happen, trying to conserve a little bit, and you get to about 5 to go and there's not a caution, what do you do at that point?
Well, trying to hold on, I guess. I would say you have to start trying to possibly seeing if you've got any teammates around you where you can kind of conserve. Or, with that being said, you might need to strategize about falling back a little bit. Remember, Charles, we always talk about the front runners, and you might lead now, like Kyler Wynn. He steps away. Let some other guys go in the back and up in the front. And here's the deal. The front runners are using up more consumption of fuel and tires than drivers in the back. You can save fuel if you're drafting. Side drafting, bump drafting, tandem drafting, Charles. We've seen it. Virtual or reality. And obviously, I think that's why we're seeing guys like Heel and Lee and Mollahan and Burke and guys that were up in the front earlier. They're falling back to try to say if they can conserve.
Yeah, you do not want to be up at the front the entire time. You do want to leave that last lap. But, you do not want to be up there. You want to conserve, and there's the caution.
We got trouble. McCullough and others in the fin. Trouble in the safer barrier in turn number 1, and they're not done wrecking yet. Dylan Jones, last Monday night's winner, is caught up in it. So is the 88, the 23 of McCullough. Jeff Burke, the NASCAR champion of last year, also wrecked. Just got done running the duels. All of this happening here on lap number 23. Chad Ross, William Fox, Tyler Vickery, Kenneth Stamper, and more. Here's a look, Charles, at what just happened. It's the big one. Oh, my goodness. What was the 21 thinking? That was Brandon Phillips.
He may have had too much to drink on the Friday night at Hooters. Just a little incident there, and it wadded up a ton of cars. And you zoom out, and we'll take another peek at that from a different angle, a wider angle, and it wadded up probably, I'd say, 10 or 12 trucks. And it happened closer to the front, and then, of course, this entire pack is still together. So,
yeah,
unfortunate. Remember, they do not have a fast repair, so they'll try to fix it. But it's just, there it is. It wads up the whole outside lane.
Field imploded, man. It looked like Merck and McCullough. Maybe some other guys made a bonsai move a little too early. Then they're already blocked from the top to the bottom, and then everybody from the apron to the top is caught up in it. And that's what just happened. Do you pit? That's the question. Tyler Moon, Alex Hill, before we go to network timeout, do you pit, Charles? We're going to find out the verdict.
No question. With 16, it'll be about 14 to go when they take the green. That is well within your fuel window. Everybody's coming down for a tank of fuel to fill up, and that's done. They're done pitting for the day, I think.
Yeah, I think you're dead on about that one as well. Man, here they come. Everybody's coming down the pit road, and it's going to be 4 tires and fuel, I believe, and ready to carry this one to the finish, no doubt. How is it all going to shake out here at Talladega? There's the Sim Motion entry, number 82. The Sim Choice 17 of Malik Ray and others. Kyler Wynn up in front. He entered the pits first. He'll exit first. And we step away for a 15-lap shootout. Round 2, Friday night in the FEG PC Big Money Friday Series. We're back in a moment.
Community Radio Network, WCRN 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. We are CRN.
We're a racing family that you can trust on and off the track. So if you're looking for foundation repair, go online or give us a call to schedule your free inspection. If we fix your foundation and you mention Race On Texas, you will get a 1-year free subscription to the All Access Pass.
Well, we welcome you back to Daytona. I literally, Charles, have been calling radio play-by-play for basketball 3 games. Then I did the iRacing NASRA broadcast for the duels at Daytona for our partners at NASRA. We cover them on LSRTV. And then obviously now here with Jeffrey Ford and the Friday Night Money Series, round number 2. Charles Wooten's alongside. Hey, real quickly, let's take a look at the Virginia 811.com race summary. Look at that, man. In less than 25 laps, Charles, we've had 17 lead changes. Incredible.
Yeah, that's let's see, 27 laps, 17 lead changes. What is that like? A lead change per lap? Yeah,
almost every other lap.
Yeah, something like that. It's a lot of lead changes. So,
it was fun.
It was fun. I couldn't, I don't know who's going to win this. With 17 lead changes, we've seen pretty much everybody in the top 15 lead this race so far. So it'll be a good toss-up. I do have bad news, though. You don't get your bonus now.
But maybe the guy will understand, and he'll give us like a mulligan. You know, like golf. You know, golf give mulligans, right?
You know, I don't think that's going to happen. I would settle for some Buffalo Wild Wings instead. Although I think that would be more expensive than the bonus. The way chicken wings are these days. What do you get, like 2 chicken wings for like $50 now or something like that? It's ridiculous. That's why I don't eat Buffalo Wild Wings anymore. But yeah, they're expensive. But now the question is, do cautions breed cautions, and are we going to see more?
Charles, I just want to let you know, buddy, that I'm under a tornado warning where I live out in Smithfield, North Carolina. So if something happens and I dart off, you know what took place. So I'm trying to keep an eye on it, looking at the radar, while I'm also going to stay in the booth with you. But we are under a tornado warning. I think there's been a tornado spotted 5 miles from my location. And on Wednesday night, we had a tornado, or Tuesday night, we had a tornado that hit 3 miles. It hit 3 miles from where I live at in Smithfield. So we'll keep an eye on the crazy weather in January and the thunder back underway at Talladega. So with that said, let's go back to it again. It is Kyler Wynn, the new leader, the man out of Canada. He's on the road to Pro Series. He works from the inside to the outside. Pulls up in front of one of the Dell Cup machines of Alex Hill. And now Malik Ray on the bottom. That racechoice.com. Hunt Brothers Pizza number 17 going to the top spot. Here he comes. He's going to carry Matthew Lee. Matthew Baker with them, and there's contact. Kyler Wynn got a little bump draft gone wrong from Hill, and somehow he saved it. What a move coming to turn number 3 there, Charles.
Yeah, that's the second time the 77, I believe it was the 77, the first time, that just rocked the back bumper. And there you see him hit him again. He is just knocking the fenders off that back bumper, that number 82 Sim Motion machine. You know, if I'm on the radio in the 82, unless he's my teammate and he didn't mean to do it, I am getting on there. And I'm like, look, dude, lay off my bumper. I need it for the rest of this race.
Working down that back straightaway, up into the corner again. It's Matthew Lee down to the inside. Here comes now Wynn to the bottom. Outside lane comes Lee. Lee now going to have Wynn up top. Hill will follow. Into turn number 3. Working to the line, Matthew Lee up now to the outside lane. He got a bump from Wynn. It happened earlier with Hill. Here comes now the 17 to the inside. This is now Malik Ray to the lead. 11 to go as they come to the line.
Excuse me, as this race is wrapping up very quickly. You know, it almost seems to be going faster than some of the 35-lap races we do or did on Wednesdays. We just finished that one up. But 40 laps going by very quickly. We've already nearly completed 30 of the 40. The good news, Wesley, we've got an hour and 1 minute left on the clock, so I think we can finish 11 laps.
I hope so. I hope so.
If we can't, we got big problems.
But down to the inside. Right. Oh, by the way, I've been informed the tornado warning has expired. We're just still under a severe thunderstorm warning, but there is wind gusts at 60 miles an hour right now. Working its way off of turn number 4. It's now Malik Ray on the inside. That's Matthew Lee up on the top. Wynn will follow, so will Baker. And Charles, that's kind of unusual. Usually we see Baker and Lee right there with one another. They're separated from each other here.
Yeah, they're separated by a little bit. And you got to get together. You know, we talk about it all the time. You got about 10 laps go, coming 9, so we got about 5 laps till it's really go time. I bet you when we get to that 5-lap mark, Baker and Lee are back together like Bonnie and Clyde, Patrick and SpongeBob. You know, whoever the dynamic duo is, they're going to be together.
Peanut butter jelly, peas and carrots, right?
Yes.
To the line. It's 10 now. Make it 9 to go when they come storming to the tribal. Off of turn number 4, 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. And now, here comes Matthew Lee getting around Malik Ray. Mollahan now powers by with the help of a punt there by Navarro. And they're 3 by 3 going back to turn number 1 and 2. And 9 to go here in Talladega there, Charles, off 2.
Yeah, 9 to go, and just like that, we're back 3 wide again. Not that we didn't see it coming already, but look who is in 4th place right now. Andrew Navarro. He started, I believe, he is up 23 spots. I'm not even sure he qualified. If he did, he was way in the back, but he has worked his way to the front and never counted out because he is on the move trying to get the win tonight.
Trying to hold on to it there as they work that back straightaway now. Here they come to the line. It will be 8 laps to go. Here comes the monkey in the middle. That's, of course, Lee. Mollahan, Malik Ray, Wynn. They're all there. Not for long, though. Mollahan jumps out of the middle lane, goes to the inside. He's looking for the lead on Lee. Navarro pushed up on the outside, and he's got nowhere to go as they work off 2.
Yeah, he's getting shoved up there. Luckily, he's got about 4 or 5 trucks with him to try to help him. But look what we said. Lee and Baker, 2nd and 3rd. We knew they'd get back together. As we mentioned, they're like peas in a pod. Like, you know, Spider-Man and Batman. I'm not sure those two go together, but either way, they're back together, and I would expect to see these 2 guys work together a lot here coming in these last 7 laps.
Ready to see now, I believe, York start to push and make something happen. And here comes Logan York, as I said so, back down to the bottom. He started to make it work. Can he make it happen? They're all the way up to the top of the safer barrier, and somehow they hold it together 3 by 3, almost 7, 8, 9 packs there. That's almost 27 trucks through the math. All there, 3 by 3, and in the middle now, Matthew Baker. Matthew's mom has got it going on, and she's got to be excited, rooted on the Cinco machine as he goes into turn 3 there, Charles. And look at this, somehow they hold it together. Precision virtual driving, giving everyone plenty of room in this battle of man and machine coming to the line out of 4.
Yeah, and to put in perspective how good these guys are doing here tonight, even though we've had that 1 caution, we started 43 drivers. We currently have 37 of them on the lead lap.
Amazing.
So you got a 1 in 37 chance of winning this race. You know, if these guys wad this in front of the field up and you're back in 35th, 37th, you have a shot to win this. You're right there. So, you know, just bide your time. You know, if you're in the back and you don't have, you know, maybe a shot of getting up there, that's your best shot. But I would not count it out as we're 4 wide.
Trying to hold it together again, as we mentioned, 4 wide. Somehow working off 3 and 4. They're coming to the line this time by. It'll be 5 laps to go, and we got trouble in the turf, in the grass. They got a caution, and we have to go into well, actually, if we could clean it up in time, we might be going to overtime or try to be in the regular scheduled distance, but we got a crash. The 10, the 1, the 4, it looks like is involved in it, and we are going under the yellow flag here. Trevor Asranoff, Dustin Carruthers, David Sheets, and others. And it might have got started with that white 73 of Ryan Basin giving a punt to somebody up top, shuffling them down to the bottom. Look at this win, Basin and others. Oh, can you say crash? Boy, it was bigger than I thought there, Charles.
Yeah, that was a violent wreck. And unfortunately, we saw the 82 get involved in that. He's avoided so much to get tangled up in a mess now. For Kyler Wynn, just unfortunate, but it doesn't look like there's too much damage. We'll take a look from his perspective, but we'll see. Again, that would be detrimental. He avoided all this to this point as they're 4 wide, about 3 deep.
Look at him going again, and you knew there was a storm brewing, just a little bump trap, and that's what happened. The 56 and the 82 bump trap, side trap with one another, and then you got crash. Charles, let's go extended. Let's go on board with the 56. That's the driver of Josh Bonwell, and that will tell the tale. Right there in the heavy metal exploration machine, you're on board. Josh Bonwell in the eye of the storm. You got Sheets up in front, Maines up on the outside, Malik Ray, the driver left. And let's see where it all goes wrong, or Kyler Wynn, the driver right, got into him here, or driver left. Take a listen.
And you can just hear the sheet metal crunching.
The Denton Pro entry going to definitely have to have some service done now, no doubt. Charles, can we get the race completed with the regular distance, or are we going to go to overtime?
As of right now, it is not showing overtime. It's really iffy when you get to these super speedways. The way their algorithm works, you can shorten the caution,
and you can trigger the one to go, right?
Yes, you can do a short caution and trigger that one to one to go. So usually around 5-6 laps to go on a super speedway, if a caution comes out, you will not go into overtime. Like I said, right now I'm still showing the distance as 40 laps, so I do not believe we're going to go into overtime. We'll know when they cross the line if we're officially going to go into overtime or not.
We'll find out this time by, because if it does trigger it, you'll see the 5 become a 4, correct, Charles?
Yes. So it'll go...
Actually, no, the 3 will become a 4 again.
Yes, so the 4, if it's a green light, it'll stay at 3, so we'll see. It should go to 3. Like I said, I'll be able to tell on my end in timing and scoring, but if we're going to go at... the lights will basically have to go off this time in order for us to have a natural green light checker. So if they don't go off, we know we're going to go racing overtime.
So we're looking to see if the lights go off this time by. If they do, then we do know we're going to go to a regular schedule.
I'm curious what people think. So overtime, no overtime, what are we going to do?
And of course, 4K Ultra HD quality on your home for sim race. And by the way, don't forget, was it Tuesday night? Tuesday night, you've got the Sim Racer Hub Challenge Winter Series rolling on. That'll go all the way until February. Then you've got coming back around February and March, another season of the Northwest Racing Series presented by Click It RV for the trucks and Xfinity. I believe that's the plan, unless something changes. Then you've got, of course, on Wednesday night, you've got the new Stars and Stripes Racing League on Thursday. What a great race last night. Jason and myself was on the call in the booth for that one. You've got the Full Throttle Racing Series coming soon to LSRTV. A lot of cool things for your home for sim racing. Hit that like, share, and by the way, we do appreciate you watching. Hit that like, subscribe at LSRTV on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter and Instagram. And of course, big thanks to Jeffrey Ford, Ford Entertainment Group, and FEG PC. Leaks and events on Facebook and Discord. FEGCustomPC.com for more information. Regular distance. This is it. We're going to go green, white, checker. Back inside the Geico restart zone. To wrap up the second caution, Charles, it's go time. And they're not going to waste no time getting on the loud pedal. And so work up that virtual bank in the 33 degrees at turn 1.
Now, these guys, this is go time here. We are well within go time. So they've got to do it. And, we told you Baker would be up in the front, and he is. Lee's a little further back and forth. Those two have been able to hook up once again. So we'll see. The one I want to know is Andrew Navarro and Aubrey Thompson, who have kind of snuck up into the field here. Both of them up about 11 spots and about 20 spots.
Turn number 3. York with a push to Baker. Malik Ray with a push to York. Mollahan with a push by Lee. Lee with a push by Thompson, and they're wrecking. Caution is out. They cannot race back to the white flag. Yellow flag is out. We have overtime 1 coming up next at Talladega. They were so close to being to the line, and there's the winner last Friday night. Dylan Jones, Charles, putting us under the yellow flag and some other trucks as well.
Yeah, go in here and I'm not sure why that's not wanting to pull them up, so unfortunate. We'll try to see if we can't go back and find it. There we go, exactly what happened. Whoa, what a lick.
Wow.
Man, that's one way to race the track.
Dylan Jones rib riding the safer barrier.
That is definitely one
Dylan
way to go.
Jones. That's Dylan Jones and Tim White. Charles, let's go on board with Dylan Jones, and then let's go on board with Tim White. Those should be fun for an extended replay here as we're under caution, setting up for overtime one. Watch what happened to the 11. He never flipped, but he was on his side. And then we go to the 239 of Tim White. This is why we're under caution number 3. Oh, wait a minute. I stand corrected. He did flip.
That was a bit of a ride there.
He had to have, right, Charles? I mean, this is with White, the 239. What in the world? He's in his own world on the bottom. What happened?
I think he got hooked a little bit.
This is on the back straightaway. This is on the back straight. Is that the 11 in front of him? I think it is. It is on the outside. Yeah, what does he do? Come on now.
We're about to find out. There goes, right there.
Yeah, I believe I can
there's
fly.
the 11.
I love it. And by the way, I want to put it on disclaimer. Nobody was hurt during the making of this event.
Well, there might have been some egos or pride hurt a little bit.
It's all simulation.
Now, that is unfortunate for Jones because he was looking to get another win.
Next up, look me up on Facebook and message me personally, Wesley Outlet on Facebook, and anybody else out there if you want to on Facebook. Of course, I'm also on Instagram and Twitter, or X, at Wesley Outlet. Charles Wooten is at LSRTV. Charles, we're going to go to overtime, and obviously, as we said, man, there's a lot of cool things planned for the 2024 season, no doubt.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot planned for 2024, and obviously returning leagues, new leagues, you name it, we got it going on.
All right. Well, now we'll get ready to settle them here for the overtime. The 2 attempts at overtime. So here you go. This is the rules. If you're new, they're going to get 2 laps, green, white checker. They got to come to the CRN 1 to go. If the leader takes the white flag, next flag ends the race, which means they'll race to the checker. Records are checkers, as we always say. But if they come down to the line, and the leader takes a caution before the white flag is displayed, then the field will get the caution, will go again. If it happens for a second time, there's 2 attempts at overtime here. If it happens for a second time, then the field will be frozen at time of caution. Before they take the white, the field is frozen at time of caution, and they will take the white flag and then end the race under yellow. The way they are at the time of the caution will be based on the lineup at the end. Charles, that pretty much about sums it up, right? You know the next thing I'm ready to see? Buddy? I'm ready to see the choose cone in iRacing, for sure. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm ready to see it. I'm afraid some people might run it over, but would definitely be cool to see it. I mean, we do know there's been leagues we covered where there was a choose car and they ran the car over, so...
Wasn't that fun? Yeah. Yeah, that was fun when we did that series with the car. So, we're ready to settle you in here for overtime number 1. Hey, by the way, don't forget, follow FEG PC Leagues and Events all week long. Charles, you always say it jokingly, Jeffrey Ford just always throwing out money. Money here, money there, money everywhere, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Because, there's always an FEG PC race going on. Every night, every day. We got money, so we'll come play.
Man. Always putting up money, for sure. I think the other night he paid like a $1,400 purse for the top 15, and then he paid like $900 to win. It's crazy. I've enjoyed calling these big money races. By the way, Charles, we know McCullough Motorsports is working on a big iRacing money event again. We'll have that on LSRTV. Hey, the road to the 500, remember the LSR came next? Road to Daytona 500 will be on February the 9th, 10th, and 11th. Trucks, Xfinity Cup, big money on the line. I think they already got like 20-plus drivers for all 3 divisions, don't they?
I think something like that. I need to check in with them and see, but yeah, that one's going to be a fun one. 3 different types of racing on 3 different days. I'm definitely looking forward to that race.
Overtime at Talladega. We're underway. Let's see what Mollahan can do with other McCullough Motorsports. Entry comes Matthew Baker on the outside. Matthew Lee stays to the inside. And they're going to battle door-to-door alongside. That's going to be Baker and Lee. Open the door now to York and Thompson. Malik Ray's back in that mix, so is also Ron Morris Jr. They work the back straight away. 2 by 2 by 2. They're being very smart this time. I think, Charles, they just want to get to the white flag. They need to get to the CRN 1 to go. If they can just hold it from here, they can get the white flag, then it's all bets are off. They're working to you out of 3 and 4.
Yeah, Jimmy, they just want to get to that white flag so they can get to the checker, because once that white linen goes, like you said, all bets are off, and then we can race it to the end, caution-free the rest of the way, and I think they might do it this time.
Here they come to the line. It's the CRN 1 to go. If you don't know what CRN is, it's the Community Radio Network. Jackie Posey and myself just got done calling basketball about 3 hours ago. And you got any and everything at wearecrn.com. Final time into turn number 2 on the CRN 1 to go, and it's John Mollahan. Down to the inside, and they're wrecking behind him. Big wreck behind them as they're wrecking into turn 2. Meanwhile, Charles, they're running to the finish in turn 3.
This will be interesting. You got Baker up front, followed by Mollahan, York, Lee, and Ray. It's anybody's battle up front. Somebody's going to win this, and you got about 10 clerks that can possibly do it.
And they're 3 wide, 2 rows behind him. It's going to be Matthew Baker. Matthew Baker in the middle. Now back to the bottom. Mollahan is right to the inside, and they're darting, spinning. Thompson spinning. He crashes into the pack. 4 trucks are wrecking. Baker stays to the inside. He's going to win. He'll hold off Malik Ray. He'll hold off Alex Hill. He'll hold off John Mollahan. Matthew Baker. Matthew Baker wins at Talladega. Woo! God, I gotta get out of this business.
What a race. We knew Baker would be there in the end, and well, he did it here tonight.
What a phenomenal job as they come running down to the line. And there you see Matthew Baker. Coasting Thunder number 5 Chevrolet. And Baker's mom's got to be celebrating right now in the chat box. Matthew Baker gets it done. Let's take a look at the results as we want to get off the air. Charles is not feeling under the weather. It's storming, windy here. I don't want to be on my equipment much longer as well. Matthew Baker, your winner. Malik Ray, another race where an eNASCAR driver, Charles, comes up short. John Mollahan, 3rd. Sean Hill, 4th, and Matthew Lee, your top 5. Navarro, Maines, Roberts, Von Delmark, your top 10.
Yeah, you got Sean Corbett, Ray, BB, I believe that is right. Yeah, we'll go with it.
Yeah, like a baby.
Eagles coming in 13th, followed by William Fox, Nash Brunvilla, Kyler Wynn. Kyler Wynn had a good run, just didn't end the way he wanted to. Tyler Lugo Vickery. Logan York didn't have the run he wanted to either. Aubrey Thompson, same thing. And John Ward in your 20th spot.
21st, we'll find Trevor Aswardoth, followed by Terrence Boney. Danny Barnes, Art Greco, Ryan Bass, top 25. These are drivers that are at least a lap down or more at the end and caught up in accidents. Kenneth Stamper, Matthew Payton, Justin Mills, Dustin Carruthers, Christopher McCullough, the top 30.
And the rest of your field going to be Bobby Forbes, Ron Morse Jr., Ray Hanneman, David Sheets, Tim White, Dylan Jones. Again, disappointing for Dylan Jones. He had a good truck. Larry McDonald, Josh Bonwell, Ambrose. Where did she call him Ambrose? I can't ever pronounce that last name. Kenneth McCullough Jr., Chad Ross, Brandon Phillips, and Daniel Eberhardt, 3rd, rounding out your 43 car field.
There you go. Real quickly, the race summary. presented by Virginia811.com. There you see it, 24 lead changes. Overtime, 1 attempt. When it's all said and done, 9 caution laps, 3 yellow flags. And there you have it. Total laps of the race were a total of 45,
44.
I believe it is. I don't know why it says 48 for Matthew Baker. I don't know why, but it's 45 laps. 44 laps, I'm sorry, with the overtime. So, coming up, we're going to go to post-race. We're going to grab the podium, whoever's available. We're going to get off the air. Port Charles is not feeling good. He got COVID. I'm not. I got weather situations, and we are going to jump off here. Thanks for joining us. We're back in a moment. Welcome back to LSRTV, your home for sim racing and the FEG PC money events and leagues. Big Friday money series. I'm Wesley Outland. Thanks to Charles Wooten for producing, directing, and for joining me on color. He's feeling under the weather, so I'll carry you the rest of the way. And let's get off the air fast. Let's grab the winner. And it is the driver, Matthew Baker, in the 5 Chevrolet. Matthew, congratulations, man. Set it up for us last lap. Everybody's just in the, trying to get to the white flag, right? I mean, it's pretty much the last lap, then it's every man for themselves. And I know York was trying to run with you. You had all these other guys going. Usually you and Matthew Lee hang with one another. But a win's a win. Congrats to you in the 5.
Yeah, I was just trying to take care of Matt there at the end. And Mollahan, I really wanted him to clear up. But he had no teammates around him, sticking to the bottom side. No, he's going to get a push from Matt to get to the line to stay in the same money spot. So hats off to everyone. It was a really good, clean race up front. Front 20 drivers running 3 wide for 20 laps is what you like to see. I wish the win would have came a week early in the championship, but I'll take the win here on Friday night, and it was a hell of a time watching that third lane roll a lot. Merck and Malik and Sean and Andrew pushing on that third lane basically the entire race because they got stuck back, and track position is just key whenever this competition is so stiff.
I'll tell you what, man, obviously it's a big win for you, and you set up for these races, and it's really interesting just to see the strategy for sure. When you go into these events, 40, 50 lappers, was the mindset knowing you're going to have to pit under green flag, or when that late race came out, you knew you were going to come to the pit lane? Were you even thinking pits before the accident happened there?
I think with the damage model update and the draft update, it pays to stay up front. Undercutting has its benefits, and yes, you can cycle to the lead, but that's few and far between because we have really long green flag runs in these races sometimes. As you saw tonight, we almost got to that pit stop, so I'm always thinking track position and trying to keep my teammates around me so we can have that good track position up front and stay lined up with my teammates. And if I get separated from them, I just know that I trust the people that are up front more than the people towards the mid and back.
Man, congratulations to you. I know that Mama Baker had to be happy cheering you on in the chat box as well as everyone else. Before I let you go, bud, thank them sponsors. Congrats to you.
Yeah, just thanks to Coasting Thunder, Baker and Son Construction, MBJ Motorsports, Martin Sports, thanks to teammate Matt Lee and Mark when he was up there. Thanks to Malik in the beginning of the run. We really worked together well with him and Matt, cycling temps and staying out front. Thanks to Logan, I really feel bad for him. He blew his engine out of 4. I wish he could have held on a little bit longer. That way he could have pushed on the top, but he gave me just enough of the push to clear in front of Mollahan. I mean, it was you could barely fit a piece of paper between that clear there. So just thanks to everyone that is watching out back at home, and thanks for putting on the broadcast. You guys always do a great job.
Thank you, buddy. We appreciate it. And Matthew Baker getting the win here when it's all said and done. Now let's go to the number 2 spot and grab one of the guys that'll be ready to go for January the 30th in the new season of the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series. One of the drivers, regulars, Malik Ray. Malik, you're taking tonight's race, having fun with the FEG PC Money Series, and you'll finish in 2nd spot.
Yeah, man, it was a really solid race. I didn't really have any teammates in here. I kind of had Kyler, and then I think he got wrecked on I want to say it was 25 or 30 or something like that. But after that, I just tried staying up front. I was working with Matthew. I was working with Matthew T. Lee. I was just trying to just stay in. I was just trying to just stay up front and keep my my spots, and it worked out.
So I got a question to ask you. Obviously, you run for the big $100,000 national championship for the eNASCAR top prize for iRacing. What type of strategy or do you look for whenever you run these money races for the FEG PC Series or any other big shows we see you at?
I just try to just stay up front because at the end it gets 3x3, and once it becomes like that, once we go 4 wide, we're kind of asking for a crash. So I try to just stay up, up front, so that way I'm not having to go 3 and 4 wide if I don't have to.
Man, any desire to become a real race car driver one day? Maybe be like the next time of Jess P or Josh Berry?
If someone was to offer me a ride and something, sure, but as of right now, nah, I'm fine with being on the sim.
Well, Malik Ray, thanks for taking the time to join us, man. Before I let you go, thank your sponsors.
It would be all you guys for broadcasting, and it'd be Jeff for obviously putting on the league, and that's it.
There you go.
Oh, and Sean Hill, and then Sean Hill at the end of the race, he pushed me out of turn 4.
And January the 30th, choose tonight, January the 30th will be the new season 2024 schedule for the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series. And check out Malik Ray. He will be there in that number 17 machine. Let's go to now John Mollahan. John from McCullough Motorsports. John, you were right there in the hunt of good things. Good to see you back, man, and doing well. McCullough Motorsports actually had a pretty good week there to close out the Wednesday series, and obviously you'll finish 3rd tonight.
Hey, man, we'll take it where we can get it. We just need a little bit of luck over here at the FEG Series. We blew our motor up a couple nights ago. We had a good truck that night, and, we were just coming up a little short, and it was nice to be able to put the cherry on it tonight, bring home a 3rd and a couple $100.
Man, you've done this for a couple of times, no doubt about it. What was the strategy like for sure, knowing that you were trying to get in line, but overtime was looming?
Hey, man, the goal, start up front, stay out of trouble. You do those 3, usually you can come out, with a couple bucks there at the end.
Well, overtime for sure. You'll settle for the number 3 spot, man. I'll tell you what, I don't want to go all into detail, though, but you did kind of get sent to the principal's office a couple of weeks ago on the FEGP Series. What have you learned from, obviously, I guess, there was rough driving or got penalized or you had a suspension, but man, I would say right before the first of the year, they brought you back, and obviously I will say you definitely drive a little difference with patience than you did before.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard not to let tempers get the best of us. Obviously we've learned from that. We've moved forward, and, we're trying to win these races and get the money.
There you go, man. Before I let you go, thank your sponsors.
Absolutely, guys. Everybody over at Canal Valley Key and Fob, Will Jewelry and Loan, both my sons, Carter and Jackson, my fiance, Brittany, and obviously you guys and Jeff Ward for putting this thing on. An awesome job.
There you go, my friend. And then obviously John Mollahan will finish in 3rd. Malik Ray, 2nd. Matthew Baker, winner tonight, round 2 here at Talladega. Thanks again, as always, to Jeffrey Ford and everybody at FEG PC Leagues and Events. Thank you to Rocket Racing Media, LSRTV. For Jeff Stabnow, Charles Wooten, hope you feel better. I'm Wesley Outlet. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Take care.